Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week. Today, I'm going to talk about building relationships with parents and families. I really like the videos that we had to watch this week, especially the one with the parent. I feel like I really learned a lot from listening to her. A couple things, highlights that I learned from the videos. First relationship to build is with the parents because you work with your students every day, but one of the teachers in one of the videos made a good point. The teachers are going to be working with the parents to help teach their children because learning doesn't just stop at school. Learning does continue at home with homework and projects and things like that. So I really like that. Building positive relationships by contacting them about good things too. You parents always I feel like parents always think that calls home are bad, but they don't necessarily have to be. You can call home to say, hey, remember your kid was having a really hard time in math? Well, he's actually doing really good. He got a B on his last test as opposed to an F. You know, good things like that help form really good relationships with parents and let them know that you're not just there to, you know, show or exhibit or explain to them everything that their child is doing wrong. You're also there to support them in positive ways, and that shows a positive relationship. Also, to when parents contact you, you should respond as quick as possible. And one of the teachers said that she was able to um, stop a sort of bad situation that could possibly happen because a parent was upset about something. So as she responded quickly, she was able to respond to the parent's concern or whatever was going on. Um, Also, if the parents work to communicate with teachers, then there'll be less misunderstandings, which can happen a lot. I know the syllabus goes out and then everybody should know what's going on. But you know what? Sometimes parents have questions, but they don't know to ask. One really good thing that I liked that the parent said, and I even wrote it down, was that teachers' working conditions are students' learning conditions. And I thought that was so awesome, because if teachers don't have the tools and the resources to teach the students, then the students clearly don't have that, and sometimes the teachers do lack those resources. So sometimes we need a little help. How I would communicate with parents is I would make calls home, positive ones. I think I would always lead with um, something positive with their student, even if I may be calling home because of a behavior issue or something. I would still try and lead with something positive to try and kind of start the conversation. I would like to send notes home with students and then have them bring them back signed so that I know that the parent had seen what I had written. Use online platforms like Google Classroom, which is something that we use at my school right now. I could even have like a parent section or something too, so that the parents can leave comments or ask questions and then I can respond. And that would be a pretty quick turnaround too, as well, because I can do it pretty quickly online. Three unique ways I would communicate with parents and families and how I would go about it is the first one is I would send home a survey at the beginning of school to help learn about the student and their families. And that's something that I learned from the videos, which I thought would be very beneficial because, just a little survey, what your family culture, language that you speak at home, what, and the parents are really the ones, they're the experts on their child. You know, I can learn a lot from the parents, and that is a very good start on how to start learning about my students, learning who they are, where they come from, their families, all their culture, and everything. The second one is to send home a bi-weekly survey so parents can let me know if they have concerns and let me know how home life is going. Because, life happens. Sometimes I know, especially if you're in a classroom, you notice if a student isn't in class or something, but just a little touch base every now and then. And then weekly, I would send home a note to let parents know about the good things that the student accomplished. Just a little note, something to send home so that the parents know that, their students are learning, their students are accomplishing their goals and working towards things. And one of the biggest barriers that I think I would face, especially living in San Diego, is a language barrier. Um, and I think how I would work around that is, especially if I form good relationships with parents, is maybe other parents can help me communicate with parents who maybe don't speak English or um, need help understanding things. There's also resources through the district. I could get translators. And other parents could also help me translate notes home or things like that. And also students and families who are facing financial hardships. Um, I know that there's resources through the district and even in their own neighborhoods that I can go out and figure out how to help them the best that I can. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening.